What's up, guys? Mount Vernon Kid here, back again. Welcome back to the Speed Force. We enter the Speed Force once again this week for episode 15 of The Flash, season 2. This is episode 37, I believe, of the entire series, and it is entitled, no, actually, it's 38, excuse me. It's entitled King Shark. Yeah, King Shark makes his return in this episode, which was pretty damn good. First of all, I wanna get this out of the way first because I think it's clear to it's clearly needed to be said, and I don't think a lot of people talk about it as much. But the effects on the show are getting so good now. King Shark looked great. Yeah, there were a little bit of, still you can see digital, but he looked great. Bottom line, we find out what happened to King Shark in this episode. Like when we saw him at that cameo at the last episode, what happened to him? Argus got a hold of him, and the bitch, aka Amanda Waller, held him with Argus. So now that Lila is taken over now, she's has to clean up the bitches, all her uh, secrets and dirty work. But also that's going on now is the fact of they're dealing with the team is dealing with the effects of what happened with Jay, what happened with everything they've seen in Earth 2. They're trying to move on. They're trying to put things aside, you know, to make sure that just trying to move on. However, it's not going so well. Uh, it's not going very well indeed. King Shark escapes from Argus's cell and returns back to Central City to do one thing, and that is to kill the Flash so he can go back home. We find out a little bit more about King Shark. On Earth 1, his counterpart is dead. His wife is still alive, and she is kind of blaming Star Labs for why he's dead. And there is a little bit of, it's kind of true that his death is played up because of Star Lab. When the accelerator dropped, we have Jesse trying to adjust to life here. Barry is just holding on to that one thing most superheroes do, is hold everything, the fate of the world, on them. He's blaming himself for this. He's blaming himself for that. He's blaming himself for this. And in some way, guys, he is right. A lot of it does fall on him, but the weight of the world, that typical cliche of most heroes, they hold the weight of the world on them. And we get to see that a lot. And Diggle plays a big role in trying to get Barry to really, don't hold on to that. Because, and I like what we saw with Diggle in this. It was good to see that, John really kind of was like that big brother mentor to Barry in this as well. So it was really cool to see that. It's really cool to see that he can be that mentor to Ollie and Barry, and that was also good. The other thing is Wally and Barry seem to be kind of getting off on the wrong foot, or I should say, once again, when I starting to like the little guy, starting to like him, he pulls it back and he showcases why I'm like about to say, fuck you, you little prick, because once again, he instantly started to get on my goddamn nerves about when King Shark attacked Barry in the West home, because I figured, yeah, he probably had his scent, and he came in and he broke the roof, and he's like, the Flash is here. I can smell him. And then Barry fought him, broke some ribs, and here's Wally. He comes out, he's like, oh, so what were you hiding? I didn't think all the stuff that they told me about you, this and that, blah 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 blah. I didn't think you were a coward. And it's just like, you know what? I just wanted to just shake the little prick and say, you don't even fucking know him. But I'm just like, okay, just give him the benefit of the doubt. And the way I loved how Jesse and Dad worked together. Um, One of the things was we don't talk about what happened on Earth 2. However, Cisco blew that, especially with Caitlin. He told her everything. Barry did the same thing, and it was a very, very dramatic scenes between both, with Cisco and Caitlin, and Barry and Joe and Iris. But the fact is, yes, Cisco told Caitlin, I saw your doppelganger. She's a cold-hearted. Her name's Killer Frost. You're a metahuman. And Caitlin tries to showcase, tells him, like, look, I don't even have the metahuman gene in me. Or does she? We don't know. But she's just saying, like, even if I back off, things like that, don't think that I want you guys away from me. It's just she needs to her space. And Barry did the same thing with telling what happened with Joe and Iris. So you were the cop, we were married, you, Joe, didn't like me, you were a lounge singer, and you got killed. And I know it wasn't supposed to mean anything but I still felt it. And really good stuff by Grant. I was really like, he nearly got me to, like, you know what, this ain't the first time. I may start shedding some tears again on the Flash, but yeah, it was there, guys, and I thought those were really good, well done scenes. The way they handled King Shark in terms of capturing him, I loved. I thought it had a Jaws vibe to it, but it was really cool. Um, the way Flash was able to defeat him, I was like, well done, well played. Not going to spoil how he did it, especially if nobody's seen it. Check it out. I won't spoil that for you. And then once again, uh, before they left, Diggle gives some more advice to Barry. It's good stuff. And even Lila finally starting to realize what Diggle's been saying. Like, okay, that is kind of creepy. Like, he can move really fast and everything like that. But once Barry back at Star Labs, he has like a monument for Jay's helmet. And then that fucking cliffhanger ending. Oh my God. I kind of called it. I'm like, but then Zoom removes his mask, drops Jay. Man in the Iron Mask is hyperventilating, and then he removes his mask, and who do we see underneath that mask? I won't spoil who it is, but I have my theories. And one theory is, one theory that I have is, what if he was able to make doppelgangers of himself? Similar to like Multiple Man, and they all became pretty much sentient. Just a theory. Could be wrong. But, man, that was just like, they said Zoom was going to show his face soon, and yeah, he did. And now we probably going to see the internet buzz, and people are going to be like, oh my God, what the hell? All we need to know is that something big's happening. And it instantly grabbed us. But unfortunately, Flash won't come back till March 22nd, where we get to see Singularity, the first female speedster for the show. And yeah, all looks well. But once again, guys, if you don't know, once again, I'm going to give it out again like I did for my Supergirl review, is March 28th. Once again, the crossover is coming. There are pictures. If you follow me on Twitter or Tumblr or even on Facebook, there are pictures of the crossover coming. We do know who is the villains who are gonna be in it. Silver Banshee, once again, she looks great, and Live Wire's coming back. The title, World's Finest. But other than that, guys, this is Mount Vernon Kid saying peace, one love, stay tuned, keep it real, guys. I'll see you guys back when we enter the Speed Force, March 22nd. But other than that, peace.